Hey everybody, this is Fully Off and welcome back to the Just Vanilla server. Today I'm in the Nether and I've got some work to do. This is my hub, and as you can see, it's not great, is it? Really, to say that we're several weeks into this episode onto the new server, and my hub still looks like it did the first day I moved in. So I thought I'd do a bit of work in here today. So I suppose I better grab some stuff. Right, I'm a big fan in the Nether. I'm a big fan of sandstone and nether brick, and a bit of purple because of that stuff. Now I know it's been used to death, and you'll say, "Oh, that looks like this YouTuber, and it looks like that you." Well, yeah, it probably does because it's probably been done before. I'm not doing anything new here that hasn't already been done. However, I like it, and because I like it, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be using a lot of that stuff. I'm going to be using a lot of that stuff and some purple glass, which I don't currently have, but I'll go and get sooner or later. So I'm thinking, let me grab a bit of, I can't even remember where I put it. Grab some of that and make some of that. And I'm thinking of I've laid out on the floor using this netherrack roughly the area that I want the hub to be. So I want it to come out a little bit. That leads to my base. That leads to the ocean monument. That leads to the villager villager trading hall. The one all the way down there. That one leads to the ice biome. Sorry, the ice cube, ice generator. That leads nowhere at the moment. So I want them to come out a couple of blocks and have a bit of lava in there maybe for a bit of light, and then I'm going to have something in there which hopefully you'll like. Hopefully. I'm sure you'll let me know. Do I want to start there or do I want to start it a bit lower? Start one more down. I'm going to have to dig out all of my stuff. And I'm thinking out loud again. I tend to do that a lot, and I apologise. I really should have this thought out by now, shouldn't I? But I haven't. So we'll have that there, and then we'll have another 5 there. Start making our way back over there. There, and there. Yeah, so we'll do that. So if we have a column of, I might change these out to something else, to like the normal sandstone, rather than having it all smooth sandstone. But I'll worry about that later. I think we'll have one in there as well. I'm thinking of having a bit of a corner thing in as well. A bit of a corner thing. I'm sure everybody knows exactly what I was talking about then, didn't you? Oh yeah, Phil, it was a bit of a corner thing. I understand exactly what you're talking about. Something like that, a bit of a corner thing. We can have that sort of like that, can't we? Bit of a corner thing, maybe? Corner thing going on there. And then if we have that there, I can have lava running down behind it. I can have lava running down there behind it to give, I know there's a bit of light coming off the portal anyway, but it'll give us a bit more light around there. And then a couple of levels, that sort of thing there. I might have glowstone on the floor around here to give it a bit more light. Have I got room? Of course I haven't got any room in my inventory. One day you're going to come here and I'm going to have room to spare, and you're going to go, Frills, what have you been doing? You've got more room than you know what to do with. Right, so if we have that like that, shall we have 2 rows of it? Can I get 2 rows in? I can get 2 rows in, can't I? Or can I? No, I can't because of my lava there. That's a shame. It's a shame, but not desperate. So we'll just have the one. Can pigmen spawn on... They can't spawn on that anyway, can they? So I can't do that. I want pigmen to spawn in here. All this is going to be slabbed, so nothing's going to be able to spawn in here. But I want pigmen to spawn up there. So I can't have that, can I? I can only have it one deep. Yeah. I'll have to get a bit of light in there somehow. Maybe I'll put some. I'll put some at the back, can't I? I could do that. Kind of thing. Yeah. Maybe have a bit of light. Bit of light here. Won't have a bit of light there. I'm all glitchy then. I glitched out. You digging me, yeah? Me and building on camera. You don't get to see it very often, do you? Thank God. I'm going to raise the ceiling as well, which might play havoc with my wither killing station upstairs. I don't know whether I'm going to have enough room. If I haven't, then it's a bit too bad, isn't it, really? I have to find somewhere else. I think I've done that wrong. I've done that wrong. Have I done that wrong? Right, back in a minute. Perfect start. I managed to put that nether portal one too far over that way, which means now that's in the wrong place and that's in the wrong place. But I'll worry about that when I get round there. Now I'm going to have to rip out all of the ceiling. And hopefully don't run into too much lava. If any. So I'm going to rip out quite a bit of the ceiling. Which, as I say, is going to take me up too far. I know it's going to take me up too far. Yeah. Oh well. Things like this happen. So I'll rip that out a little bit. And then I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've done a bit of digging. I've dug out the floor and got it down a level because I'm going to put slabs on the floor, like I said, to stop spawns. And I'm thinking of having a bit of a pattern around this. That sort of thing. Okay, and then maybe some slabs. Have I got any slabs on me? Maybe have that running straight across there. And then have the middle filled in a little bit with slabs. Yeah? Yeah? You say something? You talking to me? You must be talking to me. You couldn't be any more in the way. If you weren't so hard, I'd have you. You and your mate. Where's your mate gone? Ah, you're not so big now, are you? Your mate's gone. Just when you need the auto-fill command. Yeah, yeah, that's looking okay. And then at the top, above the top, I'm going to need to put some more of these that I don't have. And which box is it in? That's the box. As I say, I'm chiseled. No, or you smoothed. I'm probably going to. I'm probably just going to go through afterwards and swap out some of this smooth sandstone for either chiseled or for regular sandstone, just to give it a bit of texture. And then above that, I'm going to need some stairs. Shall we have? What kind of stairs shall we have to start with? Shall we go straight into the? Oh, that's the problem with having. That's the problem with having slabs on the floor and not having jump boost. So I don't know whether to go straight into having netherrack stairs there, or whether to let's try it. Just talking about it. On fire you are, mate. I'll tell you that for nothing. You are on fire. I don't mind that though, that's looking okay. And then on top of that, he says swiftly moving on, I think we'll have some sandstone stairs. I tell you what, this is easier and creative. Wow. I'm sure this is as painful for you to watch as it is for me to do. And then on top of that, probably another layer of... Am I going to run out of space? Because this is going to have to be the ceiling after this, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to have to be the top. Another layer of these. And then we can run slabs all the way along the roof. Yeah, I don't mind that. If we have that running all the way around and then down the end as well. I'll do this. Let me do this corner. I'll do this little corner here. And then we'll have another look at it. I'll be back in a second. Okay, something was playing on my mind earlier. I'm sure I measured it out correctly. But then you've just seen me. I've just tried to measure it out again, and I started second guessing myself, and I actually got around to moving that nether portal one that way. And then I started, let me just fill those in for a second. Then I started over here and I did all of that, and I did all of that at the top, and I did all of that, then I did that. Made it look nice in the corners, did that, did all of that, did that down there. I've come to put a couple of slabs in here. I was going to put one, I was going to put a line of nether brick slabs in here. And I got to here and I thought, oh, that's not right. That should level up with that. That should marry it with that. What's gone wrong here? And it turns out that I've done all of that moving for no reason. I had marked it out correctly in the first place anyway, and after second guessing myself I changed it all and it's now wrong. So I've just spent over an hour messing around changing it for no reason. I couldn't tell you how annoyed I am with that. That is just ridiculous. I can't believe I've done that. Okay, that is just crazy. I should have stuck to my guns. I knew I'd done it correctly. I knew I'd done it. I knew I'd done it. And I've oh. Anyway. Anywho, what I'm going to do now, I think, I'm not going to do that now because I'm super annoyed with myself. Really am. What I'm going to do now is put this stuff back for a second. I'm going to finish a project I started earlier. Well, I started it a couple of days ago. You saw me messing about with the cow and the sheep cooker not that long ago, actually, in the last episode. And I'm all happy with it. It's all going really well. But I was rifling through a couple of chests earlier, and it turns out that I've got an absolute boatload of eggs. And I thought, well, why don't I make myself an egg cooker? I've got enough mushrooms as well looking down there. So this is, I'm egged up. There's no two ways about it. I have got eggs. So what I think I'll do for a little while is sort myself out a little egg cooker thing. Which, again, it's something I tend to do right at the beginning of a series. But for some reason, I've not done it. And I've got to get rid of my pigs. Maybe what I'll do is I'll turn this little area here into just a food farm. And I've got my cows and sheep in there. They're all as happy as Larry. If I have a chicken cooker built into the wall there, and a cow cooker built in, and a pig cooker, and you can't say that when you've had a few beers, built into the wall there, then I might be okay. We'll turn those guys off. That's as sure as chicken eggs are chicken eggs. So if I lob down a bit of redstone, let's see if we can do this. Soon as I've cocked up so badly on the Nether Hub, some of them. I'm going to need some blocks, aren't I? Ah. So if we pick the middle, if we start digging into here, not sure exactly how much room I'm going to need yet until I start messing about in there, but we'll dig out a chunk. I don't mean a proper chunk, I mean a chunk. Right, so if we have really could do with some light there. And all my light, guess where all my light is? You've guessed it. Stick that there for the time being. Just so I know I've got to replace it with a bit of light. So we'll stick down a chest. That's where all my eggs and feathers and everything else is gonna go. And then we need some of these. So that's where the chickens are going to stand. I want the chickens to stand on. Well, the chickens have got to stand on a slab. Now, because we don't have concrete slabs, I'm going to have to put it on one of them, because that's the closest to grey that I've got. So that's going to have to do like that, I guess. And then we want a comparator. Coming out the back. Actually, no. We want a dispenser on there, don't we? We want a dispenser on there. We want a dispenser above it. That's going to fire out the eggs. That's going to fire out the lava. And then we want another one of those going into there. to dig out a bit more room. I hope I don't go straight into my farm. If I go straight into my farm and start digging out my my villagers, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? There'd be laughter then. We'd all have a good laugh at that. Right, now I need to put a comparator on there to read a signal every time something goes on there. The feeder chickens are going to go on here. The chickens that are going to be laying eggs are going to be stood on there. So every time they lay an egg, it's going to power this. So I'm going to need a redstone torch. Turn into probably full tutorial mode again, haven't I? Put a redstone torch here. Put some dust here. Put a comparator there. Right, I need a repeater there actually. Repeater there. Leading into some dust. I've got it. I've got some dust. Oh yeah, some dust. And then another torch. There, goes out. That. There. Fabulous. More dust on top. Oh yeah. Cooking on gas now. I love that saying. Again, no idea where it came from. We need to block that off. Now, in theory, 2 ticks. If I throw something in there, you should hear it click twice. Oh, just about. Throw it in. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It helps when I only throw 1 in. Yeah. So now every time the chicken lays an egg, it fires both of these dispensers. That'll fire out an egg into here. That'll fire out the lava twice. So it'll shoot it out, suck it back in again. Fabulous. Have I got any torches? Of course I don't have any torches. There they are. Whoop, there it is. Alright, let's get that there. Let me tidy up the front a little bit. Do I want to go? I'm going to have to go around the side looking like that, aren't I? So I'll have a bit of black there. A bit more torchy stuff inside. Torchy inside. Can't have flashing redstone with no torches. Bad. Bad news. Bad squishy. And then, yeah, over the top. Okay. Right, now we need a bit of glass on the front. I'm going to grab some glass and I'm going to grab the chickens, the eggs, and see if we can get some eggs inside there at the back. So let me grab some eggs and some stained glass and I'll be back in a minute. Right, I've got some eggs and I've got some glass. Couldn't remember whether it was light stained glass or black. It looks like it's light grey. Maybe. I'll have to, I don't know. Why don't I know? I only did it 2 minutes ago. Well. Grey. Oh, it's grey. It's grey. I've got light stained and I've got black on me and I don't have grey. And I was thinking earlier on, do you know we've had a wolf problem on the island in the past? When we've had wolves running about killing sheep. I thought while I was in the nether, if wolves get on here, they'll be able to run straight over, straight in there for a proper feast. I mean, they will be feasting on lamb for weeks before I realise what's going on. Anyway, I'll cross that bridge if I ever get to it. Right, I've got to lob the chickens in there. Realise I'm very close to the track for my farm, so I need to put a slab there to stop the little chickens from flying out. And I just need to lob some chickens in there, and hopefully they'll go in there and some will act. Some will hatch. Really? 16 eggs, not a chicken? there is one in there now, and I managed to whack it with another egg. Wow, this is painful. This is clearly going to take forever. So let me finish throwing all the rest in, and then we'll have a look at it in a second. Okay, so I've got all my chicken eggs in there now, and I don't know how many's in there. I think there's more than 25, so I don't know whether when they grow up they're going to cram in there and die. Don't know how it works, whether babies are exempt from cramming or it's because they're only half the size. Maybe you can get twice as many in a hole and then they'll start dying when they grow up. I don't know. But that's one that we'll find out about, no doubt. So let me grab my dirt out of here. Cover this back up again. Okay, so now what we have to do is sit and wait. Right, it sounds like they're growing up and dying. I can hear them squawking behind there. So I think we're going to lose quite a few of the adults before they grow up. In fairness, there were a few in there, which is a shame. But I'm hoping I'll be left with more than a couple in there anyway. Yeah, you might have to go in there again in a minute. Yeah, you. So anyway, yeah, we'll give it a little longer. And while I'm waiting, actually, I've got to thank each and every one of you who's subscribed to my channel or liked a video or shared a video. It's so far, at the last count, I was up to 460 subscribers, which is fantastic. I cannot thank you enough. It's been overwhelming, really. So what I want to do, I'm going to be topping 500 subscribers within the next, hopefully, few days or so. So I want to do some kind of 500 subscribers special, but I'm at a loss to know what to do. So I could do with a few suggestions, really. I'm counting on you guys to get me out of a hole here. I'd like you to give me a few suggestions on what you'd like me to do, or what you'd like me to, what you'd like to see. If there's anything you'd particularly like to see, or as I say, you'd like me to do, then I'm open to suggestions. Because at the moment, I've run into a bit of a brick wall. So I'm struggling with coming up with a 500 subscribers special, which is something I really want to do. Because, as I say, I'm immensely grateful to the amount of support that you guys have shown me over the past, 8 months, or it's probably a year since I started doing this properly. And the response and the feedback and the comments, it's been fantastic. I cannot thank you enough. So if you can let me have some suggestions, as I say, that would really get me out of a hole. And now I've got that out of the way, and again, I sincerely thank you. So now that's out of the way, we're going to sit here and hopefully watch some chickens cook. So we've finally stopped losing feeder chickens at the back, so I'm guessing we've got down to a manageable level now and it's not cramming anymore. If we have a look at the entity count at the back now, it's showing 51, but it's obviously picking up the villagers in there and anything that's underground as well. The entity count there is 26. That's probably more like it. Yeah. So there's about 20 or so chickens at the back, and they'll lay eggs as often as they lay eggs. And as soon as they lay an egg, that happens. So that the egg gets fired out, and hopefully we'll get a chicken or a little chick. And so far, out of all the eggs that have been shot out, we've got 2 chicks. Which is not great, is it, really? I mean, it's not a good return. It's a good job I'm not trying to feed a family of 8, because I wouldn't be good at that. And because they're only half a block, they don't go into the lava. And because the lava's not out all the time, nothing's going to get sucked up into it. So far we've got 8 chicks, or 8 chickens that have crammed and left me their raw food. So hopefully there won't be any more of those. So we've been waiting for these now for about 15 minutes. So I'm hoping within the next couple of minutes or so, these are going to grow up. Okay, 20 minutes later and several cups of tea, and one of them finally has grown up and given us a cooked chicken. So that's brilliant, it works. Although we have only received 3 chickens in 20 minutes. So it's this industrial strength, super quick chicken cooker can cook 3 chickens every 20 minutes. So that's what, 1 chicken every 7 minutes. I'm not sure I can eat chickens that quickly. Anyway, I was going to go back into the Nether and finish off the Nether Hub, but to be honest, I'm still annoyed with myself managing to cock it up in the first place, so I'm not going to, and I think we'll call it a day for today. Thank you again very much to the 500 or so subscribers and everybody else that's liked and followed and shared and done everything else and commented on the videos. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do mean that. And if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave it a like, and if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future episodes. This is Frilioth in the farm, and I'm out of here. Oi, get off my farm!